someone in a previous video made a comment or asked a question about the stalks that I had cut down right here, and if that would affect the harvesting of the corn. And no, it doesn't. As you can see, everything's still frozen there smoothly. I don't have any automatic header height control. I think that was his concern. But even with automatic header height control, that is following the ground contour. It has nothing to do with the corn stalks itself and whether they're standing corn stalks or not. So we are back at it today. This is Saturday, October 6th, 5th. Anyway, it's October, the first Saturday of October. And I hope to finish shelling this corn today. It's just got to go. Birdman is on the tractor cutting corn stalks while I was helping with the hurricane relief efforts yesterday. He came over here and he's just about caught up to me. He's only got about 4 acres, 5 acres there, but he's done everything else that I have shelled over here. I haven't had a good rant in a week or two probably, but my God, what is happening with these hurricane victims down in Georgia and Florida and North Carolina and Tennessee? And our government cannot step in and do anything to help them. What was the headline I read this morning? They're going to offer them $750 a piece. Hell, these freaking illegal immigrants are probably getting that much every week or every month in free telephone costs and housing and food stamps, and we're only going to give our own people $750 total for a disaster that they couldn't prevent. And don't give me that BS about climate change either, because that's just what it is BS. And then something else I heard this morning is that private people, individuals who have their own helicopters or planes are going in to try to drop supplies in to these regions, to these communities that have been cut off from the rest of the country because the roads are washed out. And FEMA has told them, no, you can't do that. Don't go in there anymore. I haven't read the article, but a customer was telling me this morning that there was a guy that went in and rescued a woman, brought her to the safe house or safe space or whatever, and a government official there said, don't go back, don't go rescue anymore, because we will arrest you if you do. What the hell is wrong with these government people? I'm trying to figure out the long game here. The Biden-Harris administration, I think, has a long game in order to get more votes come election time with this catastrophe that has happened. Thank God there are still some good Americans out there. So for the last 2 days, people have been coming into our hardware store, dropping off donations to send down to North Carolina, to that region. We had someone in our area, a local in our area, who started organizing this drive. I think they started maybe Sunday. We got word of it Sunday or Monday, and they said, hey, can you put a box down at your store and accept donations for this? We're gonna take these out Friday, I think. So today is Thursday, October 3rd. So tomorrow, Friday, they're gonna load up a truck and head down there with these donations. And so the community has stepped up, and it's not surprising because we have good people around here. Initially, they just had a small truck and I think a U-Haul truck with a small trailer to go behind it, but they soon got word after the first day of donations that this truck isn't going to be big enough. So I've heard one of our local towing companies is going to donate a driver and their truck, 18-wheeler, I believe. So we're going to load up everything from the hardware store tomorrow and take up to the location where they're loading the truck. We've had a whole lot of stuff come in the last 2 days. It's good to see that. So, why can't the government let us take care of this problem? Just get the hell out of our way. We as Americans know how to take care of each other and step in and help each other out. But no, the government has to be in charge of every aspect of our life. It's very frustrating to see the devastation down there and to know that the government hasn't stepped up to this. Our leader, our man Trump, he would have, well, he's already been down there, but if he was president, oh my God, we'd have the National Guard in there by now. We would have some roads opened up. People would be getting food. Look what he and Musk are doing with their collaboration with Starlink and getting internet access down into these communities. And what was it? The government, with their rural broadband initiative, turned down Musk a couple years ago and said, no, we don't need you, but yet they haven't hooked up the single house yet to internet under this broadband act. But Musk, being the bigger guy, said, oh, okay, you rejected me a couple of years ago for this government contract, but I'm going to step in now and I'm going to help these people out and, get them some free service. Just let us do what we do. The government just needs to get out of the way sometimes. $750, what a slap in the face. But yet, if Ukraine needs more money, oh yeah, let's send them a couple $1 billion. What have we sent them already? 40 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion? I don't even know. Bring in the immigrants and let's house them and help them out and do everything for them. This is just so frustrating. It is frustrating to see this happen. People just need to wake the up, and I hate to use that word, but it gets people's attention. If you're going to vote for that clown show in November, I don't want to have anything to do with you. That debate the other night, my God, J.D. Vance was on fire, and that freaking dumbass Waltz, who is a duttering fool, not as bad as Biden, but my God. And he even called himself, I can't remember the term that he used now. But he basically admitted, yeah, I'm pretty stupid. And the lies, and then the bias from the moderators. Very clear. I saw that within 15 minutes at how biased they were. Against J.D. Vance and the fact-checking that they tried to do on him over the immigration and the Springfield, Ohio thing. And oh my God, that's a whole nother issue that we have allowed that to happen in the United States, a community of 60,000 people being flooded with 20,000 Haitians. Wake up, people. Can't you see what is going on around you? Oh my God. It's like beating your head against the wall with these freaking liberals and trying to get through to them, and you just can't see it. Serenity now, serenity now. Okay, enough of that rant. The sun is finally shining after 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've kind of lost count here. I think we're going on 3 weeks. So yes, the sun is finally shining. I think tomorrow I will get back in the cornfield and hopefully finish shelling the corn that's ready. This is the later corn, so we're still going to be a couple weeks before we're able to get this out. But hopefully I can get back in the field tomorrow and do some work. Got the fan running on the bin finally. The weather is, 75 today. Humidity has finally dropped below 85%. We're at 70% humidity right now and 73 degrees. So this is some drying weather. Turned the fan on, was it yesterday, on the bin with the corn in it for a couple hours in between some rain showers. It was still cloudy. Humidity was at 80% or 85% yesterday. But everything still smelled good coming out of the top. Wasn't real hot, a little warm air, but wasn't too bad, and it smelled okay. So fingers crossed the next 5 days. We've got weather like this, humidity stays a bit lower, and we can run that fan 24/7 for the next 5 days or a week and get that corn dried out, and hopefully it will be okay. Time will tell. Taking a chance here. Not a good sign. You can see that track there. Well, the Birdman was very close to needing assistance yesterday. It looks like maybe it was down there. This track here was from the combine when I went around the end of this field about 3 weeks ago initially. I was a bit surprised when I hit this spot and was leaving that track, but then I realized, and I talked about this in a video a couple of days ago, but I don't think that clip made the cut. The coastal flooding that we have had for the last month or more, it seems like every day or every other day we have a coastal flood advisory or a coastal flood watch or a coastal flood warning. And I guess I did not warn the Birdman about this area around the edge of the field. You see the creek right there. So what has been happening for the last month or more is the tide has just been high, and when that tide gets high, higher than normal, it comes up and floods onto the edge of this field here. And this isn't the only field I have a problem with. Pretty much every farm I work is on some type of creek that we get this coastal flooding. So that's the reason for that. But he got through it. Didn't have to call me to come pull him out, but he said he thought it was pretty darn close to calling me.
I have finished the early corn. It has taken 3 weeks to do 36 acres, I think is what I had of the early corn. Of course, that is not ready yet. That's going to be another 2 or 3 weeks before I cut that. So I've still got about 12 acres left, I think. But it's the late corn that's still way too wet. Even this is 18% moisture still. So 3 weeks ago it was 16.5% moisture, and now it's 18% moisture. Humidity just is not going away. 80% humidity every single day, it seems like. But in about 3 days, finally, we're supposed to get some northwest winds, cooler temperatures, and lower humidity. So hopefully I can dry this corn out in the bin with just blowing air on it.